Greetings from Quarantine Land. Today is March 23rd, and it's my last day before round 2. So I'll go in tomorrow at 8:30, and it'll probably take all day. Like 4 to 6-ish hours, 5-6 hours probably. Last time it took longer than that, but they said that this time I get another couple hours. I mean, when it's 4+ hours, plus or minus 1, doesn't really, it's gonna be an all day thing anyway. Anywho, so I guess I haven't posted since I shaved my head, which I'm pretty alright with, actually. I'm pretty okay with being bald. Ish. There's really something about pulling out your own hair, and just because I shave my head doesn't mean that I don't still, you can see my spots here, and like this, here we go, a little patch right here. That's where it itches the most. Like, it itches and it tingles, and honestly, it feels really great. It's super satisfying to pull out your own hair, but it's also just like, there would have been a big old handful of hair, but it's just a pinch, and it just, there it is. There's a little pinch of hair that comes out. So, and then I just flick that off into the side of the bed trash can and go on about my day. Anywho, so, yeah, I thought that I was saving myself from that one scene in The Craft. That movie with the witches that are still in high school, right? It had, like, Fairuza Balk, she was Vicky Valancourt, and she was a witch, and, I don't know why my parents let me watch that in the 90s. I definitely had no business watching that, and I'm gonna blame this one on my dad. I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I watched that movie, and there was a scene in there that scarred me for life, and it wasn't the, like, snakes and spiders and bugs crawling everywhere and, like, coming out of all the pots. Nope. That was cool. It was the part where that bully girl with the blonde hair, she was in the shower, and she was, like, pulling out her hair. She's like, oh my god, what did I do? It's like, if you've seen that movie and you're a woman, I'm sure it scarred you too, so you know exactly what I was talking about. But basically, I thought shaving my head was going to save me from that, and it didn't, really. But from what I can see, like, if I just rub it like this, it doesn't come out, but it also doesn't really soothe the itch. It kind of makes it worse. Ugh. Yeah. And, like, I'll get, so, like, there's, like, can you see, like, one hair came out there? But if I, like, get in there and, like, actually scratch, then I'll get, like 3 or 4 hairs. Really, what makes it come out is, like, me actually pulling it out, but it itches so bad. It's like a weird tingly itch. Like, it's not fun, and I want it to stop, like, it's annoying, it's like one more thing to be kind of annoyed about. But I don't know, I wish the hair thing would be over. Like, I just want it to fall out at this point. Just get it out. I've got, like, half an inch up here, and, like, a little, like, reverse, like, mohawk, bald spot, skullet type thing going on here, and these little leopard spots. Like, I'm over the whole thing. More things about being bald. It's fucking cold, man. It's really cold without hair. But I'm also in a temporary menopause, so I get hot flashes all the damn time, and I pretty much just regulate my temperature through my head now. I put on a hat if I get cold, and not actually. Where is my hat? I'll model it. No, I don't know where it is. So, yeah, regulate my temperature through my hair. If I get hot, like I am now. I just take my hat off and I'm all good. So, pros and cons to shaving your head. Definitely a pro if you're in menopause. Con, though, is that it does get pretty chilly pretty quick. So, yeah. And I'm starting to get a little bit depressed and anxious, and like I've had a migraine for a couple of days because like my neck is just so tight right now. In any other universe, I would have gotten at least 2 massages by now. I would probably have one scheduled for myself for today, like a super long one, so that I would feel relaxed and rested. I would like take self-care Sunday into mindfulness Monday, something like that, and I would get myself a massage and I would feel like rested, and I would eat so much food. I am still eating so much food. That's like basically my goal during the day. It's just like eat as much food as possible. And today, like I didn't even want to mess around with the nausea, so I just took a Zofran, and I do feel better. And I probably could eat more, but whatever. Anywho, because I know that tomorrow probably won't be so bad. Yeah, and the day after probably not. So for me, it was like day 2.5 through day like 5. It was the worst. Day 4 was the worst day. So luckily I'll be on day 7 on my birthday, so should be coming through the light at the end of the tunnel, perhaps eating some chocolate chip pancakes. Whether or not Josie's is open, I couldn't say, but I certainly hope so, because it's that whipped cream that just makes it, oh my god, it's so good. It's like it's better than what I can do for myself because of that whipped cream. You know, if it was just chocolate chip pancakes, you know, I can handle that. But that whipped cream, I just don't know that I'm up for it, you know? Yeah, because standing up is cool for a little while. But like the other day I had a load of laundry and I was pretty proud of myself. I also cooked dinner that night, like getting shit done. But that's not an everyday thing. And what I'm finding is that even though I'm at the end of one round, I'm like, I still feel all chemo-y. Like, the last few days have been, it's called chemo belly, is what they call it. And it's just where your GI tract slows way down and you get constipated and super bloated and crampy, and like it hurts when I eat. It hurts when I eat anything, liquids included, but they're not as bad as solids. But that's getting better. Like tonight I'm gonna eat a steak, and today I've been eating the shit out of some Tostitos, so that's good. But yeah, there's not like, everything still tastes like dirt. I keep hoping that things are gonna like taste better, like as I get to the end of the round, you know, like maybe my taste buds, but like nah. There are some things that get better, like the nausea gets better. It got worse there for a couple of days, but I'm really thinking that was due to all the like tension in my neck, because I need a massage like you would not believe. But living in cancer in the time of the coronavirus, there's self-massage and CBD, which I just slather my whole like head, neck, and shoulders in CBD, and then I take a nap, and that's what I do. There's a lot of naps, and part of this is, I guess, just coming to terms with all the naps that I take, because I don't know, like I don't want to be doing other things, like productive things, but sometimes like I just don't have the brain power to do it, or the, like, I don't know, I'm just fucking tired all the time. But, you know, if you really look into the science of what chemo's doing, and I don't want to, by the way, I don't want to know. I'll just work on the, like, mental part of, hey, it's cool to take naps, kids. It's, you know what? Take another one, you know? Like, this YouTube thing's probably worn you right out. Take another nap. You'll be good. But, like, then there's also the, like, the physical pain that comes with taking so many naps. And that's, pros and cons, man. Again, pros and cons. Like, the naps are all right. They're good for the body, you know, minus that part where you're not hydrating or feeding yourself during that time. And also, I've noticed that for me personally, if I go to sleep, then I guess that just stops my digestion, like, immediately. There's no more digestion, guys. We're shutting down. We're going to sleep. So there can't be any digest. Rest and digest, who's heard of that? It's just sleeping. So when I wake up, I'm, like, immediately just, like, oh, super nauseous. But, yeah. And then it's like a mix of, like, take a Zofran, wait for it to kick in, drink some water, maybe wait for a protein shake. Like, it's just, like, building up a little bit every single day. It's just eat things, try to do productive things. I feel like you've been trying to read books just for fun, right? Because I stopped reading books just for fun when I went back to school, right? And then after I graduated, I just kind of kept doing it, but there was a lot of stuff I still wanted to know, you know? Like, I didn't feel super prepared to, like, run off and switch careers just, like, fresh out of school. I wanted more school. So, you know, I did craniosacral, which was, like, super intense. I'm glad I did that right after school, because that was quite a class. Then I did craniosacral and Reiki, and then I wanted to learn about those modalities. I learned them really fast, and so then I just spent a lot of time, like, going back and reading about the modalities that I'd learned, and, like, how to incorporate them and market. And anywho, you know, I read a lot of that sort of stuff, and then I've also read a lot of, like, I guess they're in the self-help section, but, like, that Jen Sincero book, You're a Badass at Making Money, that was a good one. Or, like, I'm reading a Wayne Dyer book right now, that's good. It's like spirituality sorts of books, ish. Anywho, still nonfiction, and I don't know, reading to make myself a better person. But I've been trying to read for fun again, because I used to do that. I used to read for fun, like, a lot. I read all the time. So now that I have all the time, just wanted to start reading for fun again. So I don't know. It's been kind of hard to get back into it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. My brain has gotten used to functioning on this, like, must analyze things all the time, sort of, like, must be studying and highlighting and, like, taking notes. And anywho, so yeah, I've been trying to do, but I've picked, so I read Stephen King, reading, I've got, like, 30 pages left of Mr. Mercedes, and, like, I have to do this every time I pick up Stephen King. Every time is, like, I get mad at him for just killing people. Just, sometimes it is necessary for the plot. I get it, but it still pisses me off, because he spent 1,200 pages getting, like, I got to know these characters, they developed, they became a crucial part of the story. I don't know how the fuck the story's supposed to go on some of these times, Stephen King, you know? Like, in The Stand, He killed off my favorite character in The Stand and made me so mad. So mad he killed him off. And right now, Mr. Mercedes is gonna strike again. They're going the wrong way, and I'm worried about Jerome's little sister. I think she's gonna die. And like he's already kind of given it away. Like he's been giving it away the whole damn book. Like that little girl's gonna die. And you know what? You're gonna have to read about it in excruciating detail, and he's gonna just tease it out to the last. And so I put that book down. I'm gonna pick it back up. I'm gonna finish it for sure, but not until I've had a chance to calm down. You seen that episode of Friends where Joey puts the book in the freezer? Sometimes I want to put these books in the freezer. Anywho, catch myself saying that. My mom says I say that a lot. Anywho, I probably do. Yeah. Anywho, then I also started reading The Hazelwood, which is pretty good, but it's a lot of like, I don't know, things are chasing me. Like, I've been having things are chasing me dreams, and you know I take a lot of naps, so there's a lot of like running away from things and like, oh my god, things are chasing me, and then I wake up and I don't necessarily want to read that in in my waking hours and then go to sleep. So I feel like it's part of this like endless cycle that I'm trying to break out of. But I've got other books on lock. I just got like a cancer care package from I can't remember the charity name, but Great Aunt Dolores, she signed me up for it, and they sent me a bunch of books that were actually in my Amazon cart already, so that's cool. I was gonna read those books anyway. Awesome. But they're just talking about, you know, staying aggressively positive, which I sure am, but I really can't imagine that I'm so far in the minority doing this, but I think that I am. I must be really far in the minority in being aggressively positive and trying to just take this one step at a time, take it as a learning experience. I'm gonna grow from this. Like, that mindset apparently is not widely shared, and it still blows my mind how few women are putting themselves out there when they get breast cancer versus how many women put themselves all over Pinterest and, I mean, just anywhere that's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. I got engaged. I had 15 bridal showers, and I had 27 engagement parties and a wedding party that of like 14 people. That's a lot of fucking people. Oh my god. That is so much for one day. So many people that I know are in debt over their wedding still, like 5+ years ago. And I mean, granted, that was a great party. I had fun. The food was really good. They made signature cocktails. It was funny because it was like a combination of their names. It was a fun time. But it's disappointing to me to see so many wedding and engagement blogs and websites and things on Pinterest, posts on Facebook, like throwback posts from like, oh, on this day 4 years ago we got our engagement pictures taken, the first set that we did here, and then we did another set later, and like that's a lot for one party, one night, party and a dress party, but still it's a lot. And now I'm traveled on down the road, and I'm finding that when there are like real life things that happen, there's not as many resources, and that's troubling. But perhaps we'll see more of these sorts of things in the future. I don't know. I have to hope that the quarantine and the coronavirus and all this is going to help us to find our humanity, and start, I don't know, maybe loving each other a little bit more, maybe not prioritizing all the superficial things that are really, really, really not important. Really, really, really not important. Cancer has a way of making these things like really blatantly obvious, but I feel like they should be more obvious to everyone. Like not as like glaringly in your face obvious as cancer. That's, kind of a different thing, but like still you should know that your giant huge diamond engagement ring that you took multiple pictures of and posted on social media, you should know that those things aren't important at all. I mean, if it makes you happy, go on and do it. And I'm happy for you. I took pictures of my engagement ring. I was pumped. But, yeah, in the full life or death, like, spectrum of things, that one definitely is not high up on the priority list. And that's just, like, an example. I don't know. Musings of a cancer patient with too much time on her hands to scroll through Pinterest. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get back to that now. I'm going to scroll through Pinterest. I've been making my dream vacation board. That's also something else that takes up time and gets me through the days, are the dream vacations that I'm going to take. So far, it's going to be some island hopping, I think. It's been going down on the Pinterest boards. A lot of island hopping, a lot of jungle tree houses. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the beach and I'm gonna stay in the jungle somewhere for a little while, and then I'm gonna go stay on the beach for a little while too. It's gonna be, as I said, a dream vacay. So I'm gonna get back to that. But good checking in with you. And I guess after tomorrow, I'll probably I'll tie up all my loose ends, and then I'll just hibernate for a few days. Yeah. And I'll sleep through the worst of it, and then I'll see you on the other side around too. Alright, stay positive out there, guys. Don't go stir crazy in the quarantine. You can do it. I believe in you. Don't murder anybody. Yeah. Alright.